hour on VTV News. Prime Minister urges VTV to strengthen role as nation's trusted voice. And later on, seafood sector enhances export quality standards. In our world news, Russia open to Trump-Putin meeting in Kremlin.
Broadcasting from Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. VTV News starts right now.
Good afternoon. It is 3 p.m. local time in Hanoi, and you're watching VTV News. I'm Huyền Trân with the top stories. Prime Minister Phie attended and delivered a speech at the annual conference on Saturday morning to review Vietnam television VTV's 2024 performance and outline plans for 2025. More in the following.
At the conference, he commended the national broadcaster for its proactive, innovative approach during 2024. The government leader praised VTV for effectively conveying people's concerns to policymakers, fostering social cohesion, and strengthening public trust in the nation's progress. Addressing the broader media landscape, the Prime Minister acknowledged the challenges press agencies, including the national broadcaster, face in competing with transnational digital platforms. He stressed the importance of embracing innovation and maintaining a strategic vision to overcome these challenges. The Prime Minister then outlined 8 strategic priorities for VTV: audience-centric focus, technological advancement, workforce development, product diversification, strengthening communication, innovation and creativity, global outreach, and social impact. The Prime Minister emphasized VTV's vital role as a trusted source of information and inspiration. He called on the national broadcaster to continue serving as a spiritual anchor for the people while adapting to meet the challenges of the digital age.
As the Lunar New Year 2025 approaches, National Assembly Chairman Trần Thanh Mẫn visited My Long Border Guard Station in Trà Vinh Province on Saturday morning. He commended the officers and soldiers for their dedication and readiness to defend the 12-kilometer coastline in Cầu Ngang district. He urged them to continue building a strong, resilient force while maintaining a solid national defense posture to protect territorial sovereignty and border security. During his visit, the National Assembly chairman also praised Trà Vinh Province for exceeding most of its economic and social development targets. He encouraged the province to prioritize social security initiatives, offering strong support to disadvantaged households. Over 19,600 containers of goods were transported via the China-Vietnam cross-border railway last year, marking an 11.5-fold increase compared to the previous year. According to the Nanning Bureau of China Railway Group, record-breaking monthly shipments were achieved 5 times in March, April, July, October, and November. Besides construction materials and light industrial goods, the range of transported goods has expanded to include high-end electronics, premium consumer goods, and specialty agricultural products. Goods are sourced from 25 provinces and cities across China, and cross-border transportation has extended to multiple ASEAN countries, including Vietnam, Laos, and Thailand. Total trade value declared at Lạng Sơn Province border gates has surpassed $1.1 million, up over 60% compared to the same period last year. According to the Provincial Customs Department, key export items passing through Lạng Sön's border gates include agricultural products like jackfruit, watermelon, and dragon fruit. Imported goods consist of consumer products and machinery for production purposes. Lạng Sơn Customs plan to continue coordinating with Chinese authorities to implement solutions to streamline custom clearance and prioritize the reopening of several other border gates. As Tet approaches, consumer demand is surging and people are paying closer attention to quality and also pricing. To stabilize the market and meet shopping needs during this peak season, local authorities have strengthened their inspection and also monitoring efforts.
At a local market, traders have stocked their shelves with a diverse range of products for the upcoming Tet holiday. Quality assurance remains the traders' highest priority.
Food safety and hygiene are always our top concerns here. We sell fresh products with long expiry dates to ensure people enjoy a safe and happy Tet holiday. We focus on high-quality items like gift baskets and packages for customers.
While traders' integrity is crucial, inspections and oversight by regulatory authorities play a key role in maintaining market stability and ensuring product quality. Provincial market management teams have conducted inspections to combat smuggling, trade fraud, counterfeit goods, and banned items.
I sell products from legitimate companies and avoid smuggled products. The market management team inspects us twice, sometimes 3 times a year, to ensure the quality of our goods.
We require small traders to sign commitments to not sell or store smuggled cigarettes, banned products, or items of unknown origin. They must also ensure compliance with food safety standards and intellectual property rights to protect consumer interests.
Increased market inspections and monitoring by authorities help quickly identify fake, counterfeit, and low-quality goods. These measures boost consumer confidence during Tet shopping, ensuring a safer and more enjoyable holiday season.
Now, despite challenges in 2024, the seafood industry achieved impressive results. Export value reached $10 billion, up 12.7% compared to 2023. And building on this momentum, seafood exports in 2025 are projected to continue thriving. According to the Vietnam Association of Seafood Exporters and Producers, or VASEP, growth was primarily driven by 2 key products, shrimp and catfish, which accounted for 60% of the total export value. Shrimp exports recorded $4 billion, up 16.7%. Meanwhile, catfish brought in $2 billion, an 8.9% increase year-on-year. Additionally, marine products from captured fisheries also performed well, with turnover exceeding $4 billion. VASEP forecasts that seafood exports this year may surpass $11 billion, regaining the peak achieved in 2022. And Vietnam stands now as the world's 3rd largest seafood exporter, behind China and Norway. And this highlights the industry's effective strategies for sustainable development and product development enhancement. According to the Vietnam Association of Seafood Exporters and Producers, or VASEP, global economic recovery and rising consumption present a golden opportunity for Vietnam's seafood sector. Free trade agreements (FTAs) have significantly reduced export taxes, enhancing market access and boosting Vietnam's competitiveness. Many businesses have leveraged these advantages to improve their key products' quality to meet market demands and trends.
Small and medium-sized seafood enterprises are focusing on scaling up farm operations and investing in advanced farming technologies to ensure high product quality. These businesses are forming partnerships with companies and localities to distribute products beyond the central region to other provinces and nations.
To gain market acceptance, we must prioritize enhancing product quality.
Europe, the US, and Japan are Vietnam's top 3 seafood markets. These markets demand strict compliance with resource management, legal origin certifications, and responsible management practices. Meeting these rigorous standards is essential for business success.
We must study market trends and foster partnerships with local companies to sell products effectively.
Seafood exports are expected to follow a positive trajectory in 2025. High demand in major markets will energize the sector, while emerging markets in Africa, Southeast Asia, and the Middle East present promising opportunities for Vietnam's high-quality seafood products. Local authorities have actively promoted collaboration and market expansion initiatives to support these efforts.
Local authorities have actively partnered with organizations to create cooperation and promotion programs that expand export opportunities for businesses.
Seafood shipments are increasing, indicating positive developments in aquaculture and seafood processing across provinces. These activities generate substantial income for workers and businesses while contributing significantly to local economic growth and development.
In just 17 days, from December 7th to December 24th, Ho Chi Minh City disbursed an additional 30% of its public investment capital. This achievement is attributed to the notable performance of certain departments and districts in disbursing public investment effectively. It also serves as a foundation for the city's leadership to focus on management efforts aimed at achieving a public investment disbursement rate of at least 80% for this year.
This is the construction project for the new Trio Quang Phuc Primary School. With a total investment of over 8.2 million USD, the school is fully equipped with modern facilities. This is also one of the final projects completed in 2024, contributing to the increase in public investment disbursement rates for Bintan District. In 2024, Bintan District carried out 57 public investment projects, achieving a 100% disbursement rate.
From the beginning of the year, the District Party Committee assigned standing committee members to work alongside us in persuading residents to hand over land for project implementation. Practical results have shown that this coordination has been highly effective.
The collaboration between the city's project management boards and district authorities has been a highlight, enabling many projects to disperse funds at the end of last year.
In a very short period, we, along with the district authorities, submitted reports which were promptly reviewed by relevant departments. As a result, we managed to achieve a substantial disbursement within a short time frame.
Currently, Ho Chi Minh City leaders have instructed district leaders and investors to strengthen supervision and accelerate project progress. Special attention is being given to 7 key projects scheduled for disbursement, including the Shuyan Tum Canal, Ring Road 2, and Win Quai Bridge, among others.
Coming up next on VTV News. Hanoi launches campaign to reduce air pollution. And let's take a look at the new archaeological discoveries about Kính Thiên Main Palace. You're watching VTV News Live. Temperatures on Phie Mountain in Cao Bang Province dropped below 0 degrees Celsius Friday night and early Saturday morning due to an intensifying cold front. Ice and frost have appeared in the area, and by 9 a.m. Saturday, the mountain remained extremely cold, with frost and white ice blanketing tree branches and grass, creating a stunning winter landscape. The ice formation could spread further if Saturday night brings drizzle and light winds. And this is the mountain's first ice and frost of the winter season. The northern region is expected to experience severe cold through January 13th, with temperatures ranging from 9 to 12 degrees Celsius at night and 6 to 9 degrees Celsius in mountain areas, and dipping below 3 degrees Celsius at high altitudes. Similar icy conditions may occur on other peaks, including Phie, Fancy Pan, and Mẫu Sơn. Due to persistent cold air and stronger northeasterly winds, air quality in Hanoi has improved significantly as pollutants dispersed. On Saturday morning, many monitoring stations in Hanoi reported air quality levels ranging from good to moderate. Dust concentration remained below the threshold of 100. With northeasterly winds continuing, air quality is expected to improve further Saturday afternoon. And in an effort to combat air pollution, Hanoi and Vingroup launched the For a Green Capital campaign on Friday, urging community participation in solutions to improve air quality.
According to a report by the Hanoi Department of Natural Resources and Environment, Vehicle emissions contribute up to 70% of the city's air pollution. A survey measuring emissions from about 20,000 motorcycles and motorbikes in major cities revealed that pollutant levels increased dramatically in vehicles over 5 years old, with those exceeding 12 years showing the highest levels.
Although Hanoi has increased its number of electric buses and cars, IC pollution has not decreased. Either we continue like this, or we will have to deal with the health consequences later.
We aim to convert over 2,000 buses to electric vehicles by 2035 at the latest. We are also conducting research to implement a synchronized pilot program for electric motorcycles and bicycles, while also continuing to call on electric vehicle manufacturers to partner with the city.
In an effort to curb air pollution, Hanoi is encouraging residents to switch to electric vehicles and eco-friendly transportation options. The city has begun seeking business partnerships, with Vingroup already pledging support policies for customers who buy, rent, or use electric vehicles.
As an annual tradition, border villages in Hướng Việt Commune, Hướng Hóa District, Quảng Trị Province celebrate Spring on the Border warms the hearts of the villagers ahead of the Lunar New Year. Hundreds of villagers from both sides of the border gather for traditional Tet activities such as singing, decorating, and making bánh chưng. The event brings together local residents and soldiers from Hướng Lập Border Guard Station. The soldiers and benefactors distributed practical Tet gifts to nearly 500 disadvantaged households and policy families in Hướng Việt and Hướng Lập communes, as well as 30 vulnerable households from neighboring Laos villages. These thoughtful gifts aim to bring warmth and joy to border communities, inspiring them to strive for productive livelihoods and a prosperous new year. Archaeologists have made new discoveries in the main area of Kính Thiên Palace, the central relic at Thăng Long Imperial Citadel, Hanoi. On Friday afternoon, the Thăng Long Heritage Conservation Center and the Institute of Archaeology jointly announced their findings from the 2024 palace site excavation. Though the excavated area was small, it yielded valuable insights that significantly advance our understanding of Kính Thiên Palace layout and features.
Archaeologists examined 4 excavation sites covering approximately 500 square meters. In the main area of Kính Thiên Palace, they unearthed 15th century rectangular column bases arranged symmetrically with previously discovered foundations. This arrangement indicates that Kính Thiên Palace was a grand and imposing 9-bay structure.
Everything was carefully and firmly constructed. This proves that we have indeed found the column and foundation footings of Kính Thiên Palace in the palace relic site.
Kính Thiên Palace hosted the king's bi-monthly court ceremonies on the 1st and the 5th days of each lunar month. The palace grounds featured the vast Danchi courtyard, spanning tens of thousands of square meters, and the royal way, which officials used to access the palace. While archaeologists continue to uncover traces of both the courtyard and the royal way, this year's most significant finding is substantial underground drainage system from the latter late dynasty. Researchers have also identified the location of Cần Chánh Palace, where the king worked daily.
We will continue to carry out archaeological investigations in locations with existing structures to fully document all aspects of the palace courtyard and Kính Thiên Palace.
So far, archaeologists have explored roughly 1/3 of the estimated 30,000 square meter area of Kính Thiên Palace. Many mysteries remain buried beneath the surface. UNESCO has recommended the crucial development of comprehensive excavation strategy. This is essential to establish a strong and accurate foundation for the eventual restoration of Kính Thiên Palace.
With 28 domestic films screened in 2024, Vietnamese cinema has flourished in both revenue growth and in the diversity of its cinematic language. According to Box Office Vietnam, Vietnamese cinema had a total revenue of nearly $75 million, an increase of 22% compared to the previous year. National culture as well as local identity are considered prominent factors that attract audiences to the box office.
In addition to 2 privately produced films, Mine, directed by Chun Thang, and Face Off 7, One Wish, directed by Lee Hai. Another Vietnamese film that became a box office phenomenon in 2024 was Peach Blossom, Fur and Piano, directed by Phie Tian Cern. Notably, this state-ordered film received special attention from the public.
From 3 screenings a day, we increased to 5, 11, 18, and ultimately 23 screenings a day.
Many other films have also been successful thanks to their deep exploitation of Vietnamese cultural and historical elements. For example, all the costumes in the film Camp closely follow traditional Vietnamese folk culture. The film Spirit Whisker, The Revenant, recreates the setting of Hue in the period when Vietnam was escaping colonial rule.
The filmmakers recreated the setting of Hue carefully, renovating a 150-year-old house with exact Indo-Chinese architecture. Overall, filmmakers invested carefully in setting and costumes. This is an improvement over previous years.
In the art film genre, young directors continue to demonstrate their creativity with award-winning works at prestigious international film festivals. Notable among them are Cu Ly Never Cries, by director Pham Ngoc Lan, and Don't Cry Butterfly, by young female director Jeong Giao Ling. However, there were also films that have not met expectations in terms of revenue and professional quality.
I think the only solution is to try to focus on stories and scripts that can express the identity of the nation. The more clearly the film expresses the identity of the nation, the more durable its vitality will be.
Audiences are increasingly demanding when it comes to enjoying movies. A good plot, clear message, and bringing real emotions will be the main factors that help cinematographic works attract more and more attention from the public.
Coming up next in our world news, Russia open to Trump-Putin meeting. And Iran holds massive military drill. Now moving on to our world news, Russian President Vladimir Putin is open to meeting President-elect Donald Trump without preconditions. This statement was made by Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov on Friday after Trump's announcement that he was working to arrange a meeting with Russian President Putin. The Kremlin spokesman welcomed what he said was Donald Trump's intention to resolve problems through dialogue. However, he noted that there is currently nothing specific in Trump's statements about meetings and contacts, and further developments would need to wait until after Trump assumes office. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro was sworn in for a third 6-year term on Friday. Taking the oath before the National Assembly, President Maduro pledged to ensure peace, prosperity, equality, and the new democracy in Venezuela, abide by the country's law, and carry out his duties. President Maduro, who has been in power since 2013, stressed that his inauguration was a great Venezuelan victory for peace. Venezuelans' Bolivarian National Armed Forces reiterated on Friday their allegiance to President Nicolas Maduro and pledged to protect the country from all internal and external threats. The besieged voluntary force of Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps staged a large-scale drill in Tehran, the country's capital, on Friday, according to the official news agency IRNA. The exercise involved 110,000 besieged members and displayed various kinds of military gear. It also showcased a range of Iranian weapons and defense technology. Over the past few days, the Iranian armed forces have conducted several drills and plan to hold more in the coming weeks. These exercises aim to maintain and improve military readiness against potential threats. An AI diagnostic assistance tool developed by Chinese tech giant Tencent is improving polyp detection rates, reducing the incidence of cancer, and also making diagnosis and treatment accessible to a wider population. Report by CCTV.
Wenju Central Hospital has become one of the first hospitals to introduce Tencent's AI-assisted colonoscopy technology, Mieying, in real-life medical practices, and doctors have been highly receptive.
It has sounded an alert on this side. The right-hand screen is showing a very small polyp. AI uses a frame and an alert to tell us to look closely. Humans have limitations. This isn't a problem for a machine.
According to the Mieying's developers, AI tools like this aim not to replace doctors, but to enhance their diagnostic accuracy and even free up their limited work time, so that they can focus on issues only humans can address.
All these different videos can raise you to the level of an experienced doctor. We create an algorithm for it to learn. It can learn that, if it looks like this, it is a polyp. If it looks like that, it is not. This is how AI trains itself. In this way, the algorithm is getting smarter.
In addition, the system can allow younger doctors to gain experience in clinical practice without sacrificing patient needs. The AI-assisted technology is making diagnosis and treatment accessible to wider segments of the population. This is an example of how AI-driven medical solutions are bridging gaps in healthcare quality.
And as usual, let's move on to the weather forecast. And that's all the news we have for this hour. To rewatch our program, you can download our mobile app VTVgo or check out our YouTube channel, VTV4Go. Thank you for watching and see you next time.